Oh my. Look at the freaking cobwebs all over these microphones. Guys, clean off your shit. This is ridiculous.
Brad, there's a spider on your face.
Good. That's how I want it.
We've been sitting in this room for a month.
Just trying,
Nobody's been eating anything or drinking anything.
trying over and over.
We've been going pee in this little bucket in the corner.
Jake's been trying to start a fire with what he thinks is flint. A rock. It's not
I
flint.
think it might just be lint.
That's a bad joke. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Jesus.
What episode is this? 22?
21.
21.
We never
Old
did
enough to
20?
drink.
We never did the
What?
drinking. Oh, that's right. The lost episode.
Yeah.
So, it's been a while. But on the bright side, we now have a lost episode that we'll never release to you guys. And that is way funnier towards us than it is for any of the audience members. So,
You'll thank us. Don't worry.
yes.
Yeah, we're saving you on that one.
Also, we've been really busy.
also, we've been cranking
Cranking
our
shit
lives
out.
out.
Yeah,
We've been cranking our lives out to
Cranking
the max.
our lives out.
Yeah, I mean, I did nothing. I worked and did
Cool.
nothing else.
Well, you
Actually, I
had
did a lot of
that. You had that interview and stuff.
I did do that interview. Fuck the interview.
Fuck the interview.
Fuck the interview. I don't want that job anyways. I just
Yeah,
didn't,
James Franco's.
I just didn't take it away from everybody else that wanted the job. Like, oh, we really wanted Brad. It was like, then Brad, well, fuck you guys. I like my own job.
Yeah,
No.
Brad is part of
What-
the Air Force.
What have
for-
you been up
No,
to?
my no.
What
Stop
have you
it.
been up to?
What have I been
Corey?
up to?
Yeah, what have you been up to?
I've been doing a lot of gaming. And working.
No, me and Corey.
So
have
the
actually-
only
we've done some
one,
road
I think
trips.
the only one in here
What?
that has thoroughly stuck to the Pixel 4's mantra would be Corey.
It's true.
I've been
What do you
busy
mean?
with freaking classes.
What do you
Yes.
mean the mantra?
The mantra?
What is the
Or
mantra?
just sitting home and playing video games?
Some of us have to fuck off for a living.
Oh yeah, I do that every day.
Yeah, that's every. Yep, that's all. Actually, all of us. I think that's the Pixel Force mantra. Is fucking
Shut
off.
up, shut up. I got engaged.
Yeah, Jake got engaged.
All right, just out with it.
He was
So-
waiting.
Yeah.
He's at the point of the engagement where you just want to tell everybody, right?
No, but I
I
figured
think
I figured
you
I'd
are.
tell everybody that listens to us.
No, he was actually pretty just like, yeah, put a ring on it, no big deal. It's cool.
I don't know. Me and my girlfriend, we've been dating for 7 years, so I think a
It's
perfect time. It was time.
It was time.
It was time, or it was never gonna happen, kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
He kept looking at that ring. Like, oh,
I'm
it's
very
getting- it's
happy with the
getting so much
outcome of the
dust.
whole
I left
thing,
it right
though.
next to that microphone.
It was good. It was good. We went on a nice hike.
Totally. So you definitely caught me by surprise because you told
Yeah,
me
really.
your initial the way you at least told me you wanted to be engaged. This was like maybe I don't know, a year ago.
Yeah, I was gonna do it at Valley Cats.
Yeah, because that's where you met her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, I remember going to look
Okay.
at rings with you like
Mm-hmm.
3 months ago, and you're like, you know what? Maybe I'll just wait. And then here you are.
And then I saw that was it an Instagram story? I think it was an Instagram
Yeah.
story.
The
and
only,
I was like,
the
oh,
only
they're hiking.
person that knew that I was gonna do it eventually was my mom, because I had the ring shipped to my parents' house.
Whoa! You like your mom better than you love your family here at Pixel Force.
Well, no, that's the
I
thing.
think that's the first time we said pictures.
I didn't tell her mom.
Mhm.
I didn't tell anybody at work. I didn't tell you guys. The only one that knew that
He
it was
doesn't trust
going to
us.
happen
No, he doesn't.
eventually was my mom. She didn't know I was going to do it that day either.
Hmm.
The ring came in on a Saturday morning. We went on our hike Sunday morning. So like we went out to my parents' house. I picked up the ring, and we grabbed trail mix and stuff, and then we went on our hike.
Oh my gosh!
You picked
So-
up the movie The Ring?
Yes. Yep.
No, it's the ring
'Cause
from
it was
Lord of the
Halloween.
Rings. She disappears when she puts it on.
One rule to one ring to rule. I just fucked it up. Never mind.
One
Yeah,
ring
not
to
important.
rule
Not
them
important.
all.
I call myself, a fan. Fuck. I'm
All right,
just gonna go burn.
Jake
my
got
DVD
engaged.
collection.
Not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
Zach, what has changed about you?
Well, just a lot of schoolwork. A lot of
Yes.
schoolwork, a lot of work.
Zach is a student again.
So I've never
Slowly
gotten
draining my
I've never
life.
gotten a straight answer from this question. What the hell is your major?
Graphic design.
yeah.
But I feel like you've been in school since you came out of
Okay.
the womb.
So I've switched majors a few times.
Okay.
There it goes. There's the truth, everybody.
All right, I want you to
never-
give me your collegiate history
Collegiate. Use collegiate history.
in
I'll
12 words or less.
All right.
I'm gonna count it out.
All right. Well, let him think.
He's thinking about it.
So high school, then you went Hudson Valley.
All right, yeah. 1 year marine bio.
That's 3.
That's 4.
That's 4.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
One is a word. I mean,
Yeah. Okay. 4.
3 years fine arts.
3 years fine arts. That's 8.
And it doesn't count.
That's a word though.
Yeah, he's talking.
2 years graphic design.
2 years graphic design.
That's 12.
Oh.
Nailed it.
So when are you? That's
Dilly
gonna
dilly.
sound so
All
great
right,
in the mic.
so I've got. Yeah, I know that clap probably didn't sound
So
so
what
great.
made you switch from fine arts to graphic design? Was it the fact that graphic design has a future?
Was it the fact that
Has a
fine
job-
arts
has a better
has
job
no
market.
future?
Job market?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard Pixel Force is hiring.
Pixel Force is hiring for a graphic
Who do
design.
you think did the logo?
Or fine arts? Because we take
And the
that-
business
we
cards.
take anything with
And
a
the
degree.
business
We'll
cards.
And
literally,
and all the
literally,
icons.
if you have resumes, email them to. What's your email, Brad?
No. Oh, actually, I'll give him my email. It's the most annoying email in the entire world. No, it's horrible. I actually need to get a new email because I go to like professional companies like, yeah, we'll email you an application. What's your email? And I have to go B1, R2,
How do you only have one
A3,
email? I have like
D4,
fucking 8.
L5, E6, Y7 at blank.com.
So I have like 3
I ain't telling
Gmail
you fuckers.
accounts. I have like a couple
It's a
Outlook
Yahoo.
accounts.
Well, I have
Friends
a
still use
work
Yahoo.
account too, but that's meant for like encrypted email only.
Yeah.
So ain't nobody sending me encrypted emails. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Do you have your smut email where like when you're just trying to sign up for some newsletter or some shit? you
Or
get-
some
Yeah, that's-
Pornhub premium.
That's my
that shit.
Yeah, I've got one. Of
I
those.
got that.
You got a Pornhub premium?
Yeah,
no,
that-
just
that's-
like no. Like a smut email.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
my Pornhub premium is directed right to my my checking
They just
account.
take it out of my bank account.
Oh, that's
what I was gonna say.
That's a Gmail.
Yeah, I
that's
don't
a
need an
Gmail.
email to notify me. I know what's coming every
Zach's
month.
like, that's
me.
like, Zach's like, that's a Gmail.
Oh,
I will agree that if anybody's using a Gmail account for something professional, they're doing some shady shit.
Yeah. What do you use professional email though?
Outlook.
Outlook.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Uh,
Why don't we just you? Why don't you just
Mine's-
make your own website? You can't get more legit than having your own website.
Pixelforce.com.
Don't go to that. We don't own that.
no,
yet.
we don't own that.
Not yet. We're working
It's
on
Some
just
it.
like-
Russian
it's-
bastard stole it from us.
It's some guy.
I'm looking
like,
at you, Ivan.
It's some guy making
not a
Pixel
listener.
Force swag without our consent and selling it.
He's like, hey, everybody, how's it going? My name is Brad. Here's the Pixel Force podcast.
What is that?
That's Ivan who stole our website.
That's supposed to be a Russian.
I don't.
Wow.
I can do Irish, all right.
You can't even do that.
No, you can do Canadian.
I ran so far. No, that's it.
You can do Canadian. Anyway,
Yeah, so this is a gaming podcast of some sorts. What? Jake's choking on it. I guess it's not. Did we rebrand or something? Is that it?
No, I just.
It's a
inhaled-
coughing
I
podcast.
inhaled my drink
Jake heard the word video games and he threw up in his mouth.
a little bit.
Give me a second. What have you guys been playing?
What have we been playing?
Yeah. No, actually, no. Everyone stop. Zach, what have you been playing?
Ooh.
All right, I've been
Go
playing.
hard.
The new Call of Duty came out.
Hell yeah.
I think we've all been playing.
Corey.
Well, all of us except for one.
One thing I was actually really excited for was the new DLC for XCOM 2 came out
Mhm.
a while ago. I've been playing a bit of that.
What
is
it called?
XCOM 2 War of the Chosen.
I thought he said War of the
sounds like
Children.
sounds like a StarCraft title.
It does.
Yeah. The thing is, they added a whole bunch of new aspects and like things to make the game like 10 times more difficult. But it made it
Sounds
give it
awful.
more of a realistic feel in a way
Okay.
because
Going right into the review. All right. I like it.
mainly what it was, they added a few different classes or characters you have that have like different abilities. Like there's the like sort of up close and personal fighter. There's the psychic, and then there's the sort of like ghost sniper.
Okay.
As
Okay.
if the base game wasn't hard enough.
I know, really.
So you like XCOM too?
Yeah.
Correct. Obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Here it
But,
comes. I see a stopwatch.
One thing real quick before we switch. They added a whole bunch of different like negative effects to the soldiers that you have. Like they can get tired, and if they're tired long enough and you keep fighting with them, they won't be able to fight. You have to give them rest for like 5 or 6 days.
Oh, so it added like a stamina to it almost.
Yeah, and they also added like fears, like fear of missed shots, and then they'll have like a negative effect on them if you try to do a certain move. They'll either automatically shoot, hunker down, or just go into a complete panic.
Oh my god, that sounds awful.
It's like
As if you like weren't frustrated playing with an AI to begin with. Now the AI can just completely fuck you.
yeah,
in a
they get all
situation.
stressed out and they're like, I can't shoot.
Oh my god.
And they also added 3 new like crazy enemies to fight. There's like an assassin who is always invisible and can't do Overwatch shots. Like you can do it where you put your player in a mode that if an enemy gets in line of sight, they automatically shoot at them. Yeah, this one I can't shoot him, and that has to actually have one of my guys take a hit. All right, what do you want to say, Jake?
No, Jake's relishing the moment.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my! Well, you see, you ruined the segue when you say segue.
He said Overwatch.
Oh my god.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
BlizzCon was this weekend.
Oh, we're already jumping into the news with Jake. Jake, I.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
BlizzCon.
segue. Yeah, segue.
What did it? What? did
What's
anything
so
even
relevant
happen?
about
They announced a
BlizzCon?
new character and a new map for.
Oh my
Overwatch.
gosh! Would you look
Yeah,
at that? Jake,
Well,
you researched the character. Why don't you dive into
her
it?
name is
Moira.
Moira.
Would
I
you
guess
say
that's how you
mind
say it.
games?
Which whenever they say that, I can't help but think about Bioshock.
Moira.
Yeah.
But
Think about Resident Evil.
she's a hybrid of a healer and a DPS.
That's weird.
Which I
It is
asked.
weird.
Which Jake told me this the other day. I proposed the question: is she hot? And you responded with
No, but
a solid 3.
I mean-
got it.
Soldier 76 is technically healer and DPS.
So is Anna.
So's Ana.
So what's her attack like? If she's like soldier,
She
hopefully she doesn't have like just a standard gun.
No,
like soldier.
it's like
what she does is she drains the enemy's health instead of
she
just
she like pulls it
oh, it's like
and then
leaf
distribute-
reach in like
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
She drains opponent's health and distributes it to allies. It's really cool, actually.
Is it like
So it's like a weird twist
one
off
for
Mercy.
one? Is it like I take 25 health from the bad guy? Do I give out 25 health?
I don't
is
know.
it like,
I don't really know how it works.
I wonder
didn't
if it's a
watch
one-
a whole
And
lot
also-
of gameplay on her.
I think also what it said is like the more you like the longer you do it, the less it takes.
Whoa.
And they also announced they're doing what was it? Diablo, StarCraft, and World of Warcraft inspired character skins.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Like every game, Blizzard ties all of their franchises together.
I
at
am
some point.
hyped.
They
for
also
the
released
StarCraft skins.
A Reinhardt
The
short.
StarCraft skins.
Oh, that Zach's talking about the Reinhardt short. Did you guys watch that?
No.
Actually, it gave me
The only
feels.
short I watched
Oh,
was
yeah.
May.
Unfortunate. I didn't like the May one.
You didn't like the May one?
I didn't
it was
like-
so good.
Dude, watch the Reinhardt one. That pulls in the heartstrings.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That end scene.
I don't even like Reinhardt, but pulled in the heartstrings. And it,
Zach's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
he
Zach-
doesn't like Reinhardt? Get the fuck out of here.
no, it's not that I don't like. I just don't like playing as Reinhardt.
Yeah, that's fine.
'Cause I always thought it was like too like like by the book Reinhardt. That was my best friend.
Well, the short explains why.
But now I see the short, and it's like, oh, okay, I can get behind
Brad
Reinhardt.
only
Still
likes-
not going to play him.
Brad only likes the rebel characters that don't give a shit.
So
Are you saying I'm a rebel?
Yeah.
Nice.
when we were after this came out, Corey and I were talking. They still haven't added anybody new for a defense character.
Right. There's
They're
a
not going
shit
to.
ton of DPS characters, but
They're
there's,
not-
Yeah,
they're
they've
not going
added
to.
how many DPS now?
there's like 8, I think. Or,
Yeah, I mean Sombra and
9?
Doomfist are added on the assault
Yeah.
offense.
Yeah.
Orisa has been added to tank,
Right.
and they added Ana and now Moira to support, but they haven't added anybody to
They're not going
defense.
to add any defense.
Mm.
Too
I'm
many
sup-
people play as they play
Bastion,
Bastion,
Torbjorn.
Torbjorn, Junkrat, and Hanzo. Like
Fuck
too many
Hanzo.
people
That's
play
right.
as those
I
characters.
forgot
for them
that
to add another
Hanzo was a
one.
defensive character.
Like-
Why is that?
Well, why don't they come up with a new one so they get people to try something new other than
Because-
those characters?
Well, that's the thing too. Is like the people who plays Hanzo plays Hanzo.
Hey, fuck you,
Like
Hanzo.
you know the people who plays Hanzo because
Fuck
that's
you,
the only
Hanzo.
character they fucking play as.
Every single time you
If
say
they
that
add
name,
a
I'm
new
gonna
one,
say
they'll
fuck.
just be like, they'll probably try him for a couple matches and be like, well, he's still not as good as Hanzo, and then
Fuck
switch to Hanzo.
Hmm.
That's just how I don't know. Plus, like you know how it is. People who plays Junkrat. That's the only person they play as.
Well, Zach's like Junkrat or Reinhardt.
yeah, pretty much.
And that-
Depends on the map and depends on the mode.
I don't think I've ever seen you play as anyone else. Now I'm thinking about it.
I don't think so.
Not really,
it.
no.
Wow.
I seen him play Soldier once. I think.
I played Soldier a
Oh,
couple
yes.
times. I've tried Orisa a few times. I'm usually Zenyatta if we don't have a healer.
That's true.
Oh man, Lucio. Lucio's my healer, 100%.
Reinhardt got Overwatch Character of the Year last year.
Really?
Yeah.
There's
Nice.
an award for that.
Yeah. You
For
know
those who
why?
didn't.
You know what I love about Reinhardt is his attitude. It's like, whatever you fucking kids are doing, I'll be. I'm in the front. Like you guys do your thing. Like he's just an old MacGuffin.
He's a fogey.
Yeah.
He's a fogey.
Also, I feel like if there's a Reinhardt on each team and they charge into each other, there should be a fucking explosion or
There
something.
definitely should.
It's like
Instead, it's just like
But it's like this epic moment when like two Reinhardts are like going head to head, and there's like people fighting around them. It's like, oh my god. Anyway,
But nothing happens.
Overwatch is
But
cool.
nothing happened.
So what else you been playing, Zach? Besides XCOM?
XCOM, Call of Duty, and Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic, because
Right.
original Xbox games are now backwards compatible.
Oh, shit.
That's right.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
There's only
Yeah,
a
but,
few-
it's
on
not,
that
but
ship.
it's not Republic Commando, so I don't care.
What?
I do miss Republic Commandos, but I still
Republic
do love this one.
Commando was amazing.
Original KOTOR. Have you played any of the Knights of the Old Republic MMO? That it's still like
Yes,
supported?
I played quite a bit of that actually. I
Yeah.
had like a level because problem with that is like if you're a free to play player, you got your like half the XP of like everyone else,
Mm.
and I was young, so I didn't want to pay.
Are they like similar in any way, or is the MMO totally different?
There actually is a bunch of references to the game. Like there was the ship that in the beginning of Knights of the Republic, the ship that crashes.
Yeah.
That's in the
MMO?
old Republic online.
Oh, okay.
Like you actually go and search the ship.
Gotcha.
That was the main reference that I saw.
Yeah.
But I always played as a trooper.
It's kind of a bummer that EA owns Star Wars now. And like, did you hear they killed that visceral Amy Hennig game, Star Wars?
Yeah, I did hear
It was
about
at
that.
1313.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
That being said, though, I did play the beta for Battlefront 2, and it is fucking gorgeous.
I
That
told
game is
you.
amazing.
It is,
you
but-
hated on it.
The first one's awful.
All right, go ahead, Zach.
The first, I like the first one, but the problem that I have with this one, and a bunch of people do, is the card packs. It's pretty much a pay to win at this point.
Isn't
It's
that
a lot
every
like
game
it's a
now?
lot like the
Yeah.
Battlefield battle packs, is what it is.
Every single fucking game that came out in 2016 and 17 has loot boxes.
But
Pay to win.
what they had before with Battlefield or Battlefront 1 was a good concept. Like, if you want to get the specific card, you have to go do, like, the bounty hunter challenges. From, like, you have to go to the hut and get
or
the
get to a
challenges.
certain rank or
Yeah.
something.
Like,
that
if
makes
you want this, okay, you go, you get some amount of kills with this gun, you do this many times, you activate this many times, and then you can get the card. Like, all right, so I achieved this. I actually had to work for this. Instead of like, oh, I got this thing again.
You know what was the best reward system to get guns in? Was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Oh my
Because-
you were gonna say that.
Yeah.
You had to be good with a specific gun to have all the attachments and all the
Yeah,
ammo
and just
for
to
it.
get a different gun after your prestige or you're starting out the game, you had to level up. So by the time you got to level 50, okay, now I got the ACR. Now I got MP40. You got pretty.
Isn't
close
that
to
every
beginning.
Call of Duty though?
Pretty
much, yeah.
if not all of them, most of them, I'll say.
I mean,
I just didn't know.
Black Ops introduced like that token thing.
Yeah.
So
where,
can
like,
we,
they
you
still
had,
use
like,
that.
credits, and then you could just buy the best gun if you saved up enough. But-
right. So can we just talk about Call of Duty World War II?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God, yes.
So Call of Duty
Oh,
World War
my
II came out last week, and Brad and Zach and I have been playing it. Jake might get it, but I'm not
I
sure.
might
You-
get it. I'll probably pick it up Friday,
And so you have a pre-order.
So
even
the,
though I'm not even gonna play it this weekend. So
right. So the thing with the online in that game, you know how Call of Duty used to have the pick 10 system where you could take like. You could sacrifice your primary weapon and bring in just a melee and a pistol and like a bunch of grenades.
yes.
And like that, this game is very strict, like by the books. Like you pick a division, which your division affects like what kind of player you play. Either you're sniping, or you're getting close up, or you're like in the middle, like an infantryman. And that division that you choose is very strict about what shit you can take in a battle with you.
that's
Like
awesome.
I do like that because I didn't like when people were just like spamming grenades and having a shit ton of like
Fucking throwing knives.
yeah, like it feels way more like grounded in that sense. Which
I did hear that like Sledgehammer was taking it back, and it was gonna be like bare bones.
It is
Call of
totally.
Duty, like bare bones Call of Duty, and pretty much anything you unlock for the guns, what like from buying shit is all just aesthetics.
Totally.
Like it's like
Yeah, there aren't any microtransactions yet, but I feel like I could get there.
yeah.
There's a couple times where I've wanted supply drops, and I'm like, I would totally pay $1 if I could get one.
It's probably like they say a bunch of stuff is still coming soon, like the paintings and stuff like that. That's in the
Right,
armory.
yeah. There's just a ton of stuff in beta. But what you guys have played online, what do you think?
I really like it. I do like that they. It's been a while since I played a Call of Duty, to be honest.
It's
Black
it's
Ops
a
3.
it's
Yeah.
a totally different beast compared to Destiny or whatever.
Oh,
else
my,
Oh,
you've
yeah,
been
that
playing.
was a
It's
learning
still been playing a
curve.
lot of that.
First couple of games, there was definitely a learning curve when it just being a bare bones Call of Duty and coming right off of Destiny 2. Like I think me and Zach were playing it the night before I jumped onto Call of Duty, and definitely a learning curve, but it's Call of Duty. It's because it's muscle memory at this point.
Yeah, once you hit that learning curve and you hit that meta, it's like second nature at that point.
Yep.
Right.
I do like that they added that sort of headquarters aspect to it. Like you can,
Yeah, there's a social space
yeah,
similar to the tower in Destiny.
where you can go. Sorry.
Yeah, there are like bounties and stuff you can
Yeah,
acquire.
sort of like what Battlefront did before. The first one did. Like you complete certain challenges to get, except instead of getting like guns and classes, you get these points and XP and stuff like that.
Who's playing through the
Battlefront?
campaign?
Yeah, I mean Battlefront, you got like classes or certain weapons,
Right.
but this one you get like XP, supply crates, stuff like
Gotcha.
that.
Are you the only one that's played through the campaign?
So I have about two or three missions left in the campaign.
Is it good?
The
start
campaign is fantastic, actually. It is. It's really entertaining. There are lots of varied missions where there are some missions where you just have to sneak around. There's a lot of stealth stuff, and lots of like talking. There's a mission where you have to talk your way through, like you're undercover in a Nazi like fucking stronghold, and you have to like work your way through and do some crazy shit. But other thing, health packs, no regenerating health. So the online has regenerating health. If you get hit and you don't die, you can get into cover and you get your health back. But
Actually,
in the
is that true in hardcore mode? Because
hardcore's always been like that.
Okay.
But in the campaign, there's no regenerating health. You have to find health packs.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Also, there's a squad mechanic where you take 2 or 3 people in a squad with you in the campaign. They're all named people who are part of the cutscenes and they're part of the story. And depending on how well you're playing, they will give you benefits where, like, if you're low on health and you're low on medkits and you're like, fuck, like, I have to kill a few people. You kill a few people in a crazy way and he'll be like, hey, good job. He'll throw you a health back.
That's awesome.
Which, have you guys ever played Bioshock Infinite where Elizabeth throws you the ammo that she finds?
Oh, yeah.
It's the exact same thing. And it works
That's cool.
perfectly.
You
Yeah.
should name one of the soldiers Elizabeth.
Also, Corey and I played a bit of the zombies mode.
Yeah, the zombies mode is really cool.
I heard it was actually scary.
Yeah, because
It's freaky as hell.
That's awesome.
because it's not like how they traditionally do it, where they come through like a specific window. They can come from freaking anywhere.
That's fantastic.
Like they'll either fall out of the sky or just pop out of the ground.
And there's always like a zinger when you see them, and they'll pop up in your face, and it's like ding, and your character's like, oh fuck.
Toasty.
Just
I'm
ding.
bossy.
Yeah, it's pretty close to Extinction style, where it's like a story based. Like you have to do these certain things to progress, but it's still zombies where you have to pay to unlock certain areas.
Right.
But
there are story beats, but we've only done a few, like 2
You played
matches of it.
Domination yet?
No, I've only been doing Team Death and the War mode, which
Yeah.
the war mode's been fun.
We did
What is
team
that, like
death,
Warzone and
hardcore,
Halo?
a lot of hardcore team death.
So
No.
war mode like mimics real life battles from World War II, similar like the
Normandy is
Battle of the Bulge.
or Omaha Beach, where one team is the Americans coming out on the
And
boats
one
and the other
team's the
team.
Germans.
Yeah, exactly. Which is a really fun thing.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a lot like the original Battlefront. I say the original the Battlefront from a couple years ago. They had I don't know what they called it, but it was basically, it'd start off as the battle be like one version, like usually start off like a space battle, and if Team 1 beat Team 2, then the space battle would turn into like a gun battle within one of the cruiser ships, and then if they
so
get
it's like
them-
Rush from Battlefield.
Yes.
Right, exactly. You're
Yeah, that was-
racing through
You progress through.
What was the name of
Yes.
that?
That's
What you're
awesome.
talking is the mode they added when they added the DLC for
Yep.
Rogue One.
Yes.
Yeah, that made the game infinitely better.
Yeah,
Totally.
Yeah.
I forget what the mode is called, but it was like specifically to Rogue One.
Yes. Well, that was
Was
when
it called
they
Rogue
originally. So actually, when they did the Death Star one, they came out with a mode.
Oh
where,
right, they did Death Star too.
Yeah.
Also, there aren't a lot of maps in the Call of Duty Online.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
kind of hoping the first
What,
DLC is
5?
good.
Well,
Five.
the thing is
There's
PlayStation's
9.
going to get them 30 days
There's
before
9.
you guys do.
Yeah,
Which is
fucking
crazy.
Sony.
Which is funny because PlayStation's on the decline, but that's just me.
I have some things to say about that. One more thing about Call of Duty World War II. The Nazis in the campaign, the Nazis keep calling the Americans Yankees. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
supposed to be racist for them or something.
Yeah.
No, that's
Is that a thing?
that's historically
That
relevant.
threw me off like a lot.
No, like if you're,
The Yankees.
it's funny.
Yeah.
Like in the United
The
States, right?
Yankees.
Like we're Yankees because we're from
That's
because
right.
we're from the state of New York. We're not even near the city. We're Yankees. If you go anywhere else in this country, they'll call us a Yankee. If you go overseas, I mean, I guess that's more of an old, like a 1920s, 1930s, 1940s insult.
Well, because the Yankees were good back then.
Yeah, but if you're from America, you're a Yankee. Be like,
You're
no,
a
I'm an
Yankee.
elderly person from
north,
Florida.
if you're from the north and you go down south, you're a Yankee.
Yep.
So pretty much it's
If
just
you're in the
us.
northern part of New York State and you're talking to someone from the southern part, aka the city, the northern person's not a Yankee. We're not Yankees. Fuck the Yankees.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm tired and
Man,
sick.
you just rambled on. It was like watching an old man with dementia just go on and
Yeah,
on.
I got a chest cold.
Brad is sick.
Yo, it's
He's sick, yo.
yo, it's a sick cast.
So, Zach, you been playing anything else?
I'm good.
No, I've been playing Destiny still.
Yeah.
I'm almost giving up on that now.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
just shy of 300. I'm 299.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever gonna
Told
do
you it
the
wasn't
raids.
gonna last
so-
long.
Yeah,
Oh, it's just Call of Duty.
I still like doing
came out,
Crucible.
it's true. Call of Duty kind of shot Destiny in the face.
But,
so. Aha!
I
What a pun.
I haven't got Wolfenstein yet, but I did watch some gameplay
I'm
of it,
excited for Wolfenstein.
Looks
Which-
great.
I
Yeah.
can't wait for.
Great
Like,
reviews.
They, just from what I've seen, they hold nothing back. Like,
Right.
Like no fucks given.
There's a
Kinda
yeah,
game.
No, I guess they dropped
Language-
the N bomb in the game like all the time.
yeah.
in like a couple of the like first half hour. Yeah.
Not as much as Mafia 3, but a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of social commentary on like child abuse and really
Yeah,
hardcore
And like
topics.
racing. I mean, think about it. It does take place in the 60s when the
the
civil
first
rights
half
movement
hour-
was going on.
Like you go to a flashback of
BJ Blazkowicz.
yeah, you go in a flashback of his life.
And his
And-
father's like a fucking asshole.
Yeah. It's visually and verbally they hold nothing back.
It's very
That's good,
striking,
though.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, they actually one part they did hold back on. I saw this. I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was Gamify or something. If this game anywhere sold any in the world except for Germany, when Hitler comes in, they say "Hail Hitler." When Hitler goes in the German game, they say "Hail." That's not counselor. It's like chancellor or something like that.
Führer?
They don't say no. It wasn't Führer. Something with the C. It's like I think it's.
And they got rid of his mustache.
Yeah, and they got rid of his mustache. It's counselor. They kept the
Oh,
dialogue all the same. Like at one
God.
point, he's like intimidating this guy, and eventually he shoots him in the head. And he's like, "Oh, you want to fuck with me? You want to fuck on me?" He doesn't say that.
There's
but,
also a weird.
fuck on me.
but they don't call him Hitler. They call him like counselor.
That's stupid.
I love how Machine Games kind of ties into like current events where the way that America submits to the Nazis and they try to be a part of it in a way that present day Americans sort of just they go with the flow and they try to fit in with who's ever
Like there's
like
millennial
oppressing them.
Nazis. It's like doesn't matter that we got taken over by Nazis. We still got douchebag millennials.
yeah.
I'm a millennial.
You see, like that game and Doom, both games that like came out like first-person shooters were just starting to be a thing. Those are the games that are holding nothing back. The games
Right.
that have been around the longest.
Well, because I feel like if they don't break some sort of barrier, they're gonna get
yeah,
swept under
the
the
other
rug.
thing-
They're keeping up with the roots of what they did way back then. It's like I was thinking about this earlier, like, and maybe if Duke Nukem actually didn't bomb the last game,
Ugh.
they probably would have carried on because there was supposed to be a trilogy, and they just
Yeah,
bombed
it
the
was-
first one.
It's like it's the kind of thing where like the pioneers get swept under the rug because the younger, more able people come swipe in and make better games. That's just how it is.
So here's the thing that this is why this year I'm loving Bethesda because there's all this gossipy bullshit about how like all publishers want are games that are multiplayer and microtransaction-y and fucking nightmare factories. But Bethesda has constantly put out single-player, story-based, intense games like Prey, Doom, Wolfenstein, Evil Within 2. None of them have online, and they all are shaking the ground of the gaming industry.
Well, it's really cool. I actually watched an interview with what's his name?
P. Hines?
Yeah, P. Hines, and they brought up the whole Nazi thing in America,
Right.
and he and how it ties into like Wolfenstein 2, and he says right to the camera, he's like, who the fuck wouldn't want to punch a Nazi in the face?
Right.
Like
Oh,
that's-
I remember that,
yeah.
yeah.
I saw
he
that.
goes, we're putting out good games, and why should we give a shit what other people are saying about them? Like, we don't care.
Totally.
We're proud of the games that we're putting out.
It is crazy
And
how like they're
If
doing that.
only big name developers would take that mindset and go into making games.
Right.
Like, Ubisoft would not make garbage fucking titles because they managed to bury the Assassin's Creed title.
Oh yeah.
Like, Origins looks good, but I have no intent in picking it up.
Also, there are microtransactions in that game.
Also, there's microtransactions. The Fractured Butthole, that's an exception.
That's a known quantity.
That's an exception, but it's like it's pretty much a playable South Park episode.
Yeah.
Which, being South Park, they have to go that way.
Yeah.
It's not like they chose to. It's they have to.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. If a big name developer was just like all of a sudden, oh fuck what everybody else thinks. We're just gonna make the game that we want to make with an unlimited budget. Who knows what somebody could do?
Exactly. That's why I love Bethesda this year, because they're constantly like, we're going to give you a limited budget to make your thing. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And that's how... And they put out great stuff.
Yeah.
Wolfenstein's great. Evil Within 2 is great. Doom is great.
See, that's a good point, Corey. I really respect a lot of what Bethesda's done this
Because
past year.
most other publishers are like, hey, look, what is this Battlegrounds game? Can we just make, like, multiplayer everything and, like, subjugate all of our audience, like, to fucking bank off of their, like, instigations to buy loot boxes and, like, tap into people's gambling problems? Like, Bethesda is not doing that, and I love them for it.
Corey's pumping me up right now. Buy Bethesda. Yeah.
Speaking of Bethesda, can I talk about the Evil Within 2?
Yeah, go ahead. You played it.
We tried to.
Zach and I tried to record a thing when the game first came out, but it
failed. Mainly
because failed or you failed?
Failed.
Well, both. Partly it was our fault. Partly it wasn't.
Also, the game that we recorded wasn't very interesting, but I finished it. It took me about 20 hours to beat the story, and I was on the medium difficulty.
That had some moments.
Just some quick thoughts. I really liked it. You don't have to play the first game to play Evil Within 2. It's basically about the protagonist from the first game, Sebastian Castellanos, and his daughter has been taken by this evil corporation who's building like a DNA bomb, and they're using her as like the core, and you basically have to get tapped into these other people's minds to go in and stop this thing that's going to kill your daughter. And basically there's a serial killer who's tapped into your brain, and he's he can like recreate your worst fears. So there's a lot of scary shit that goes on within this place that you're trapped in.
So he's like Scarecrow from Batman.
Basically, yeah. And it's one of the first ever horror open world games.
That's awesome.
So if you think about like typical horror games are very linear jump scares. This one is very based
walk down
on
this hallway, go to this objective, and
exactly. This one is very much like do your own thing. It's open, and there's some scary shit in the game, but you're basically sneaking around trying to avoid creepy ass enemies. The enemies sort of remind me of something from Silent Hill, but also the gameplay is Resident Evil-esque, which is a nice blend.
It definitely has that Resident Evil feel, or the Silent Hill feel to it.
Yeah, so that was the thing with the first game where it's like Shinji Mikami, the father of Resident Evil, is making a new game, and it's called The Evil Within, and it was a terrible fucking game. So that's why I was skeptical about the second one, but he really he pulled it off, and it's really good. It's interesting. There are like different random ass missions within the world itself to go on, and I just really liked it. Also, my favorite part about the game was, in order to refill your health, you have to find a coffee maker, and you have to brew coffee to refill your health.
Oh my god!
And I'd assume that takes time too.
So. Yeah, so you brew the coffee, you have to hold off from enemies, and then when the coffee's done, you drink it, get your health back. It's really great.
Wait, awesome. No creamer?
Sebastian is like me; he drinks it black. Like.
You put creamer in your coffee?
No, I was just curious about Sebastian with a name like that. I thought,
I only
maybe making himself a chai latte.
A little bit of sugar in my coffee.
Yeah. Oh, I usually do a lot of cream, hardly any sugar. And if I'm like, I gotta get shit done today, it's black.
Wasn't there also that other game you wanted to talk about, Corey? That hunting team game? You talked about a while back. It's like a multiplayer.
Yeah, it's called Hunt something, subtitle something.
Yeah, it's like. Oh, fuck. It's like called Wild Hunt : Deer Hunter or something like that. Are you talking about the one where you can go on hikes and shit with people?
No.
No.
What? What is that game?
Is it Cabela's 2018?
No, it's like Cabela's, but it's a $30 game on Xbox, and it's got 4-player co-op, and you can literally just go in the woods and fucking shoot animals. That's the entire
That
point of the
sounds
So
fucking
I would say
awesome.
with the 4 of us,
It
should
does
get
sound
that
pretty cool.
game, but I know what's gonna happen.
We're just gonna shoot each other.
Yeah, Jake's gonna shoot me. 'Cause
Probably.
I'm gonna make
I'm pissed.
hardly
Can
know her
you-
jokes.
Can you look
in
up what
the
the
woods.
subtitle is?
Yeah.
So there's a game that Zach and I found that's coming out like late next year where it's sort of like it's got elements of Evolve and Battlegrounds where like you team up with a partner. You can either do 3 teams of 3, 2 teams of 4, or 4 teams of 2, and there's one monster on the map, and there are little like mobs of other scary ass Silent Hill-esque enemies, and you team up whether you're on a team of 2, 3, or 4, and you're all hunting this one monster.
Definitely sounds like Evolve.
Yes, exactly. This one elusive monster.
Is it
But
less cartoony than Evolve?
it is fucking realistic as shit, and so whoever kills the monster wins. But say you find the monster as your team and you kill it, you have to basically like. There's something where you have to like protect the body of it, and then your location to where you found the monster is revealed to everyone, and you basically have to fight over the corpse of the monster to get the reward for it.
Oh, and
So you have to wait for it to break down until the loot gets out, and then you're like,
Basically,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
I forget what the game is called, but
Jake, I wish the audience could see your hand motions there. You gotta break it down, and then you gotta run. And the
did you find it?
No, I'm still looking.
The game doesn't exist.
Shit.
Hold on.
Jake hasn't been playing. He's been playing the.
It's alright. Jake's.
Oh, here it is.
I've been playing single player Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, we got it. We got it right here. Go ahead, Zach.
It's called Hunt Showdown.
Hunt: Showdown.
And wait. And the looks like the what is that? Let's see right there. It says, "Hunt together, die alone."
Yeah, there's like
That's the
there's like
tagline?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
a pretty good tagline.
there's like zombies in it too that are randomly walking around.
Yeah, they're little mobs and stuff you have to take down.
Speaking of
before you find
zombies,
the
I
monster.
want a new Left 4 Dead, motherfuckers.
Oh,
God damn it. I want a Left 4 Dead 3 piece of shit.
Dude, I'm sure Left 4 Dead 3 is coming.
No, they don't
just-
come out with
No.
threes ever. They'll never come out with a third game for any of them.
Yeah,
That's
this
'cause
Probably
is
not,
Left
no.
4
Working on
Dead
Dota.
we're talking about here. Left 4 Dead.
But Jake, you've
This
been.
isn't Half-Life 3.
No,
This
but
is
it's
Left
still
4 Dead.
Valve. Did they ever make a Team Fortress 3? No.
Team Fortress 2 is already doing well enough that they don't have to.
No, Dota's been doing it well enough to where every Valve employee is making bank. But Jake, what did you just say you were playing?
I've been playing Grand Theft Auto 5 single player.
Yeah, we've been watching you. You won't join our party.
I've been
We haven't
well, I don't want to fucking sit there and hear you guys talk about Call of Duty the whole time, so I'll just play my single player game. But no, I've been trying to 100% it. It's a pain in the ass.
Like achievement wise?
No, God no.
Oh, I was gonna say.
No, like game wise.
So what does that entail? All the strangers and freaks.
All the
missions?
strangers and freaks, all the miscellaneous objectives, all the random events that happen. So like if you're driving down the road and somebody's like, "Help! Somebody stole my wallet," you gotta do those.
So you gotta find all those random events.
You gotta find all those random events, and then you have to get all the collectibles too.
So what percentage are you on, Jake?
I am at
2%?
No.
I did that for Resident Evil, or not Resident Evil, Red Dead 1.
Ooh, that's another
You
tough
wanna know
game.
what really sucks though? In order to complete all the strangers and freaks missions, I gotta find all the collectibles first. Because you find all the spaceship parts that unlocks that final strangers and freaks, and then you find all the letter scraps and that unlocks that.
Also,
Strangers and
isn't there the strangers and freaks where Trevor is helping that old couple loot through famous people's garbages?
Yeah,
Is that
I did
Strangers
that
and
one.
Freaks?
Yeah, I did that
Oh,
one.
okay.
I feel like that one's actually not that long.
The last one is actually really funny, but
For Trevor,
yeah.
There's all the weed ones too, but most of the people do those. You just have to do the weed.
I like the GTA 5 story more
I'm
than I thought I would.
76% of the way done.
Okay. Who did you choose to kill in the end?
I chose to save everybody, but then I went back and played those missions and got gold in them. And
I ended up killing Michael.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't really like Michael throughout the campaign. So
Oh, I liked Michael more than I liked Trevor.
Franklin was definitely
Like,
my favorite character.
more-
Franklin was cool.
Because Franklin was just kind of like stuck in the middle of it. He was like, "What the fuck
Yeah.
is
Stuck
going
in the
on?"
middle with you.
I will say they didn't flesh out Franklin's backstory at all. during the campaign as much as they did with Michael and Trevor, but
you played as them in the prologue, so I feel like they were the main focus on the story, anyways.
Yeah.
Franklin, that's why I said like Franklin just seemed like he was thrown into the middle of it.
yeah.
I do wish they kind of went back to like the Grove Street, like went like back in the past with him and like explained some of.
Maybe that's their next idea. Maybe it's gonna be like Franklin before GTA 5.
Franklin,
Maybe
pretty
it's
cool.
GTA 6 story. It's Franklin before Franklin, or maybe it's Lamar or LeVar.
It's Lamar.
LeVar Ball.
So speaking of Rockstar,
Yeah. So Red Dead 2 has been coming through with a. The last thing they did was just the trailer, but everyone's been talking about it lately.
there's the teaser and then there's the story trailer. That's
Yeah.
it.
So we've got a comment on our last episode from Stacy
Stacey's
Elfman.
mom. I made a Stacy's
No.
mom joke. Continue.
No, yeah, Stacy Elfman. She did. Do you guys think Red Dead 2 will have co-op story missions?
I hope not.
No,
No.
No.
I really like those.
I think they're gonna take the same approach they did with Grand Theft Auto 5 and keep online and single player separate.
Yeah. Also, I thought that the co-op missions in Red Dead 1
they
were
were
kind
still
of-
separate.
they were kind of lame though. I
Well,
thought.
I liked them.
Hold on. What was
They're
the
fun.
question? Do we think they should, or
do you think
we
they're going to?
We think they will.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think they will. I think they should. Because
Yeah.
I've played a couple of those very well built story first, one player story player.
Yeah.
I can't talk right now. Games like Skyrim, and there's been moments where I'm like, you know what, this game would be really fun if I had like a friend right next to me and we were
But-
both killing a dragon or we're both taking down
Okay, here's the-
banditos.
Here's the thing: are they going to do it like where it's co-op in the main campaign, or are they going to do like what they did with Red Dead 1, and it's going to be like it's just some extra missions they add on?
I think
What,
it'll
el-
be that.
what else did that? Far Cry 3 did that too.
Right.
Yep.
They had a whole
Well,
separate campaign.
Yeah.
Aren't the GTA 5 online heists basically that?
Pretty much.
They
yeah.
are here's why I think they're gonna keep it separate. They are still supporting the shit out of GTA Online. It's been 5 years and they're still like releasing new content weekly.
Totally.
Like every Tuesday it's either a new vehicle or a new thing that you can do.
Right.
And right now it's a cash cow for them. People are spending hundreds of dollars on those credit cards to buy all this new
Totally.
shit. So I do think they're gonna go that route with Red Dead because I mean, from a business standpoint, why wouldn't you? It's making them so much money.
Right. So I think it's Rockstar has two main branches: Rockstar North and Rockstar San Diego. Who is doing Red Dead and who is doing GTA still?
Ooh, I don't know.
I think that GTA is actually just Rockstar Games.
So it's both.
I think it's both studios. Yeah.
So I wonder who. There's got to be only one that's doing GTA Online stuff
Yeah.
still.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. It's probably San
I
Diego.
want a new Midnight Club game. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Fuck. Listen to us,
Dude.
Rockstar. Midnight Club.
Yeah, I
Midnight
think
Club 2 was awesome.
Midnight Club 3.
Use that
Dub
cheat
Edition.
code. Don't save the kids, and you get all the guns and weapons.
Mm.
Unlimited ammo.
The-
Don't save the kids. All one word.
All right, so I think they would probably go with more of a raid style, but they'll still probably do like a co-op.
What if they just do heists but in Red Dead?
Probably. They already
I
teased
think
that
so.
in the
I think
trailer.
the story's gonna be like that too.
Yeah. Do you think you're gonna be able to swap between characters like GTA 3?
No, I think they'll stick to one guy.
Maybe, or possibly because they did have a few characters in the trailer that could be considered
See-
swappable.
That's what doesn't make any sense to me is the fact that in GTA 5 in single player you had to swap between characters all the time. So why wouldn't they make those co-op? You could play with two other friends, and each person takes a different part of the mission, so that way there's no swapping. You know what I mean?
I think it's hard because the GTA 5 story is incredibly long, and you might be farther than your friend is, or vice versa, and they don't want to spoil story stuff by like
That's true.
having your
That makes
friends
sense.
skip over a bunch of missions.
And you remember how glitchy GTA 5 was when it first came out? I think they were having enough trouble just trying to get the game working, let alone.
Well, that's
I
every
mean-
game though.
I mean, you know how long it takes to get into a Rockstar server.
Jesus
also, like Call of
Christ.
Duty, Activision published, fucking Sledgehammer developed, is still broken. Like we are having so much
the
trouble getting
netcode.
into games. Yeah, the netcode is garbage.
Just trying to get together, not even in a match.
Well, think
Exactly.
about it. This is the first legitimate Call of Duty in a couple years.
so you
True.
think the servers are getting slammed?
They're just
Oh, absolutely.
they're seeing so much traffic, dude. It's unbelievable.
Because of what was it? Infinite Warfare. That was the last one.
Garbage. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
no
so
one bought
little
that.
amount of people played that.
They abandoned that game. Like, who was it? Who was it that I was talking to? They said that they tried to get a game in Infinite Warfare and the servers were shut down.
Mm.
They just didn't even leave the servers on. But meanwhile, he went into Black Ops 3 and still got a game.
Yeah.
So they kept the servers for Black Ops 3 alive, but then killed Infinite
I
Warfare.
think the servers are still going for Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
The servers
Probably.
are still going for Black Ops 1.
Jeez.
I know that.
Well,
Yeah,
Modern
it's
Warfare 2
because it's
came out.
backwards
Well,
compatible.
yeah, it's backwards compatible.
And
Modern
you
Warfare
can still
2
go into
came out.
Black Ops 1 and get a full lobby and play a game.
Yeah. Modern Warfare 1 servers are not, because they want you to buy the remaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are done.
But anyway. Wait, so
We've
that's
only
all you've
talked-
been playing? GTA?
That's all. That's really all of it.
Brad,
Rocket League. But
I want to hear what you've been playing.
Oh my, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Mario Odyssey is here.
Mario fucking Odyssey.
All right.
So how far are you? Like what? How many kingdoms?
Man, I don't know how far I am.
how many moons do you have?
I'm around 100 something.
There's 500 in the game.
Yeah, I'm at 100.
So you're 20% of the way through it.
I
Yeah,
think there's
but
more than five. Well, there's 500 to beat the story.
Yeah.
But then there's like 1,000 if you want to get every other little
Yeah.
fucking.
So
Yeah,
you're about
dude.
one. You're about 1/10 of the way through.
So the upside of the game is, oh my gosh, there's so many more levels than you did not see in the trailers or anything like that. Like right now, I'm in a snow blizzard level where the blizzard's constantly going, and I constantly have to keep throwing my hat in a circle to clear away the snow in front of me, so I know I don't walk off a cliff or something. That was not in any of the trailers. I've already been to like a lost island that wasn't even on the map at one point. Comparison wise, so Zelda, I almost put it on my games on Mount Rushmore. I didn't. It was just outside of it. Mario Odyssey, not as good as Zelda.
It's like they carved your Mount Rushmore, and then practiced on the backside of the mountain before they did it, and that's where your Zelda is.
So
Yeah,
They just practiced carving,
Yes.
and then
Breath of the Wild is on the backside of my Mount Rushmore.
So I think that what Zelda did for what Breath of the Wild did for Zelda as a franchise is very different, and it's very like Zelda has never been open world or like the things that they do in Breath of the Wild are dramatically different from
They added
all other Zelda
They
games.
added almost a Final Fantasy level RPG element to it.
Yeah, like
Yeah, where like the first ones were like, okay, it was semi open world,
right.
like Ocarina of Time, and like Majora's Mask. The ones on the 64 were like semi open world,
Yeah,
and then you killed this enemy, you got this weapon, and you did this, got this weapon.
Yes.
Where like this is like you can go anywhere, do anything, and like
But
yeah.
it's
beat
still
the game however
but
you
that
want.
was still, I mean, especially with the divine beast. You kill one divine beast, you got this power up. You kill the other divine beast,
Yeah.
you get this power. So
Yeah.
that part was similar. But Breath of the Wild, very close, awesome game. Not taking. I mean, Mario Odyssey is still a very good game,
Well-
but it's not as good as Breath of the
That's what I
Wild.
was gonna say. Is what Odyssey does for other 3D platformer Mario games like Sunshine or Galaxy or even 64. There's not that much different. It's a great game, but
Yes, and that's
compared to what Breath of the Wild did for Zelda, does not compare to what Odyssey does for the 3D Mario games.
yeah. So that was gonna be my recommendation. If you look into, you're not sure if you want to buy it or not. Look, if you played Odyssey, if you played Super Mario Galaxy, then and you liked it, get Odyssey. It reminds me very much of Galaxy. I might even like Galaxy better than Odyssey, but it's very close.
Galaxy 2 was awesome.
Galaxy 1 and 2 are fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
But on your point when you said that like Breath of the Wild took Zelda, like elevated it, that's gonna be the platform you're gonna see every Zelda game from now on is gonna be like that.
I can't even imagine what the next Zelda
That's
is
gonna
be.
that's what it's gonna be like.
20
Where
years.
Mario like from Mario 64 to Mario now hasn't changed a whole lot.
No, definitely not.
They've added little
Because,
things like
you know-
in Sunshine he had the backpack.
Yeah.
Galaxy he was in space. This one he has a magical hat that can transform him.
Yeah.
Into
Yeah,
shit.
it's just like there are multiple gimmicks.
Now,
Yeah.
and the hat's definitely a gimmick. I'm not like overly crazy about the hat. It's cool what the hat can do, but at the same time, it's just like, oh my gosh, we're at the point now where we exhausted Mario to the point where now his hat has to fucking come alive.
Yeah.
And
Because nobody
And
gives a
attack.
shit about people give a shit, but nobody. It's just Mario.
yeah,
So now they had to take him and be like, well, what can we do to make Mario just a little
how
bit
can we
better?
How can we refresh Mario just a little bit more and get another platform? Oh, we'll make his hat
So
alive. It's actually the way his hat's not actually alive. The first level you go to is the land of the Hat People that's been like destroyed by Bowser.
Great.
And that's all. Here, I won't tell you how the story goes. I'm not gonna give you spoilers away. But basically, The first level, Jake just dropped his hat. He's so disappointed.
He dropped his hat. He
No,
threw his
he
hat.
That is literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's why I'm calling it a gimmick. So, Bowser, the whole main plot line of this Mario, which is probably one of the worst plot lines they've ever had, is Bowser is forcing Peach to get married to him.
It's come full circle.
He has kidnapped Peach.
So he's finally putting a ring on it.
No, in one of the levels, he steals a ring, and so basically it's Mario and this hat because the first level is Hat World. So the first level, Bowser steals Peach, and from Hat World there was I guess a very pretty hat that was a tiara, and he took the tiara and he's like, "That's the tiara you're gonna wear for your wedding," and then he flies away in his pirate ship.
This is like Bowser skipped. He was like, "I'm done fucking around. I'm done trapping you in my castle. We're getting married."
This is
now.
like human. This is like
We're making this shit official, and now you're gonna be my wife, and you have to do exactly what I say.
But he's got now Bowser's pirate ship is now a staple of Mario, in the franchise. So
Yeah.
he's flying away in the pirate ship, and every level you get to, it's just like, oh, you just missed Bowser, and he took the cake from Cake Land. It's not really from Cake Land. The cake came from the snow level because it was the snow was like the icing and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then you missed. Then you left the water level, and the water level, that's where they got the dress.
So this is how it relates to Sunshine, where like Sunshine, you booted into a kingdom, a world, and it would have it would do a glip of like what's going on, like what are the bunnies called? What are they?
Rabbits?
No, what are Bowser's fucking peons called in that game?
Koopalings.
No, the rabbits who are like the wedding planners. What are they called?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I know what you're talking. There's 4 rabbits. I've actually beaten all 4, so I don't know if the rabbits are ever coming back. But there's 4 rabbits that are like his peons. They're like, it goes in the pecking order. It goes Bowser, Bowser Jr., the fucking rabbits.
Yeah, they're like the wedding planners.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, they are the wedding planners.
So
but they got a name.
like Sunshine, you'll boot into a world that says, "Oh, the main bad guy's doing this." Like, if you want to go kill him, you can. But also, there's this other shit in this world. Like, so many other
You
different.
might want to fix this first.
Yeah, exactly.
And then go after the big bad guy.
Yeah.
So, but how is the game structured? Like, how do you get from kingdom to kingdom?
So you need to get a certain number of moons, not stars, moons, to power up your Odyssey, which is like this hat-shaped spaceship.
Sweet.
And so number one, it probably takes 1/3 of the
He
moons.
lost me. It's done. It's done. You buried it.
No.
I'm
So
trying to
I'm not
hang
gonna
on.
lie. The story and the whole like lore of it sucks.
It sounds like it was geared towards kids that are like 6 years old.
Yeah. Well, a guy I
it's
worked
a
with
Nintendo game.
Yeah.
Well, no, but yeah.
Yeah, but
like,
this one's really doing a number.
the people who are truly excited about this Mario game weren't the little kids that are buying this game.
No.
It was the people who have played Mario since its dawn.
But on that comment right there, there's a guy I
They're
work
trying to
with.
build the demographic more.
Yeah.
There's a guy I work with. He's got 2 young kids. One that's 4 who doesn't play video games. But then he's got I think she's either 6 or 7, his daughter. And he said the first Saturday morning. So Mario Odyssey came out October 27th, a Friday. That Saturday, he woke up, started playing it because he was excited about it. And then immediately after an hour or two, he have grinding and getting moons. His daughter woke up and said, "Daddy, I want to play." And he gave it to her, and he thought she enjoyed it more than he did. So
That's awesome.
So now him and his daughter play it together, which is great for them. But at the same time, he's like looking at it and he's like, it doesn't bother him because he has a 6 and a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
It's definitely very
Childish.
yeah, it's childish. But the game mechanics itself, the playability of it is so good it brings the game back up. Is this where I give it a score?
No, this is where you give it a 10-second review.
Oh my gosh.
10? We'll do 15.
We usually do 30.
We'll do 30.
Okay, 30-second review.
All right, ready?
All right, after that, I've got something to say about it. But
Okay.
go ahead.
Okay, 30 seconds on the clock. Ready?
Ready.
And go.
All right, Super Mario Odyssey here. Is it here to stay? God, I hope not. It's great as a one-time game. I love playing it. I'm probably going to beat it, but I'm not looking for a sequel. Ladies and gentlemen, the hat is a gimmick. I want it gone. I want the fireballs back. All right? This is becoming a nuisance. Mario is a legend, and we're making them turn into like a little piece of squabble in the streets. All right? It's ridiculous. I still like the game. Game's super playable. I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. I'm done.
I just stopped it right
Right
at
at
30 seconds.
30.0.
Wow.
Nice.
No, that was a good one.
So the thing with that is that like they're trying to like reinvent Mario with the stupid hat gimmick. But
it's a gimmick.
the thing is, like, they're still trying to get their demographic like with that type of stuff. Like, okay, what are you gonna get your kid? Call of Duty, where you shoot and kill people and there's swearing galore, or Mario, where there's a talking hat.
No, I
There's
get what you're
eyes,
saying.
stuff like that.
So maybe and that's my review from my demographic, my
Right.
age, which So, I don't know. I don't know how a little kid feels about it. I've only heard what other little kids have felt about it.
I can tell you what little kids from us growing up would say about it.
What a pussy.
Be like, wow, a talking hat's stupid. I want guns and explosions.
So are you having fun playing Odyssey?
I am having fun.
Okay.
I'm having fun, but
We just did his 30-second review.
yeah,
Okay.
We gave it a 6 out of 10.
I just don't want another. It's a great game. I love the playability of it. I don't want to see another one with his hat. I want something new. Maybe we actually make a fucking Mario where instead of pressing the action button, he throws his hat. He actually shoots a fireball like he's supposed to.
We'll make a sequel to Super Mario Sunshine.
But you're saying you want something new, but then you want him to throw a fireball. That's
Which
not
is
it.
old Mario.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I will give you that.
So
But-
you want retro Mario in a new and interesting world.
Sure.
You want what Breath of the Wild did to Zelda for the next
it's
and
not
I
gonna
don't
happen.
think it's not gonna happen. There's such a big hype for Odyssey, and now that I'm playing it, it's a super fun playable game. I'll play it and I will enjoy the entire game. But the hat, it just made like I'm sitting there. If someone walks into my house and like walks in, I'm gonna be like slightly embarrassed if they see me playing Mario Odyssey. I'm gonna like run over to my Switch and hit the power button. Be like, "What are you playing?" Nothing. Call of Duty. Jake, are you channeling something? Are you segue?
Jake's about to do
Is this
like
your
a
segue?
foosball
Xbox
battle.
One X came out today.
It did.
It did.
Yeah, I got one
So,
in my lap right
It
now.
is small.
It's
No, I
really
don't know.
it's heavy too.
It's small and it's dense.
Yeah, liquid cooled fucking
Liquid
parts.
cooled PC
So,
home entertainment console.
Yeah, like, wow, guess who made a liquid cooling
Can we-
device for a CPU back in high school? This guy.
I want to tie this into my first
The past
news
is the
topic,
past, Brad.
which is Paris Games Week. So Sony came out hot and heavy Paris Games Week, showing game after game after game after game after game. And
All like tech demo shit too. So it's like all like
did you see Sony's press conference?
No.
Okay, so the thing that I think they're doing is so Xbox does not have shit for first party. They're not launching anything with the Xbox One X. They don't have any first party like AAA
no,
games.
it's kind of stupid actually.
So why would they put this console out? And Sony is like, hey, we can capitalize. Like, we have the games. Why don't we show the people that a PlayStation 4 is what you have to buy?
Yeah, why don't we release the games that we've been promising everybody for years? Like, bring out God of War.
Yeah.
Bring out Last of Us Part 2.
Yes.
Like, and
Spelunky 2.
And the PS4 Pro has 4K. It has native 4K.
Yes.
And it has for 2 years now.
Yes.
Like, that's what... The only thing that the Xbox One X does over the PlayStation 4 Pro is it just outruns it in sheer processing power.
Right.
The processing power of the Xbox One X is that of like a legitimately built PC.
Yes.
It's gonna be a PC sitting underneath.
But
your
also,
TV.
are Xbox gamers willing to buy a $500 console unless they're crazy tech fucking...
There's no games.
Or, like, all Xbox gamers are already done with those games. Every Xbox One X stream that I watch, they're like, oh, we're playing Halo 5. I guess it looks a little better. Oh, we're playing Gears 4. I guess it looks cool. Like, it's 60 frames and fucking 7000p. Like, all Xbox gamers have already played those games. Why would we... It's just... Unless you have
it's frustrating.
It is
coming
super
from
frustrating.
coming from a standpoint of somebody who's played nothing but Xbox like growing up. It is. It's frustrating for them to come out with a $500 console and not have Forza.
Exactly.
It's garbage. The new Forza is garbage.
Yeah.
It's gotten horrible reviews. People hate it. It doesn't even look that great. And for the same price, you could go out and get a PS4 Pro and a couple games.
Also, Gran Turismo Sport is getting good reviews, and that's PlayStation only.
And it's 4K.
I'm telling you, Sony is beating their drum, and it's beating Microsoft into the
I
ground.
would I might rescind this statement later, but I do think that I'm going to try to push and buy a PlayStation 4 Pro.
I mean, that's Sony knows that they have the upper hand.
But the only thing is, I hate the controller so much.
Oh my
It
god.
is weird.
The only thing I hate about the controller though is the analog sticks.
I hate
I
it.
hate how the handles are so small.
If I could get a controller with PlayStation buttons on it that still looks like an Xbox controller, I'm on board.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Well, I'm sure we could just like. If you really want that, I can hook you up.
But
I
it's
can.
it's
I got
the
a guy.
kind of thing where like, I did grow up owning Xboxes and playing Xboxes most of my childhood.
I had a PlayStation 2.
But like,
I had to get another one.
my cousin's house that I went to all the time too. They had everything. They had PlayStations, Nintendos, everything. So it's like, I did play a lot of PlayStation games, and the exclusives are so good, like the God of Wars and the old Grand Theft Autos and like stuff like
Uncharted.
that. It's just so Uncharted, great
Yeah.
game. Like,
Yeah.
Also, Uncharted 4 is PS4 Pro enabled.
Yep.
man, I don't know.
Yeah, the only consoles I had back then were just like Game Boys and like the 3 different Xbox generations.
I had a PlayStation
Man,
4. I
have
had
you
an
seen
Xbox.
the Call of Duty Edition PS4 Pro?
It's like the weird
It's
camo.
fucking camouflage.
Yeah,
and
it's cool.
Awesome.
They've done that before with other Call of Duties.
Yeah, no.
That's what I'm saying,
And you
man.
get Call of Duty map packs a month
I'm telling
before
you,
Xbox.
Sony has
Well, I don't
all
care
the
about that.
AAA. They have all the exclusives. Like Microsoft.
They are going to
is-
capitalize on this, but I think what you're going to see is the Xbox One won this current generation. But them coming out with the Xbox One X and PlayStation is going to capitalize on it, and it's going to be right there again, like
Yeah.
it always has been.
Also, well, I mean, the PS4 Pro did some, but not like unless you had a 4K TV, there was no noticeable difference between
Yeah.
that and a base PS4. But yeah, I don't know. Just watching all this stuff, they were like, "Fuck you, we got the games." Like Paris Games Week was just trailer after trailer after trailer. And did you see the Last of Us 2 trailer?
It looks fucking
It
phenomenal.
was fucking brutal.
It looks awesome.
There's actually like the internet is on fire because of how brutal that Last of Us 2 trailer was.
Yeah, I just hope they go no holds barred on it and just send it.
Like it's basically like
Ship
fucking murder porn at some point. But anyway,
But yeah, no, I might be skeptic at
Look,
first.
don't make any rash decisions without me. If you're getting a PlayStation, let me know. I'll buy one.
I mean, it's not like I'm gonna go trade in my Xbox to get a PlayStation.
No.
I'd get a PlayStation and had to have a PlayStation.
Yeah, it'd be on top. Actually, I was gonna say it'd be on top, but let's be real. You put the PlayStation underneath the Xbox.
To be honest, what would probably happen is I'd go through and play all the exclusives, and then it would sit there and collect dust. Is probably what would happen.
so the one thing with the Xbox One X has is Battlegrounds.
December
PlayerUnknown's
17th.
Yes, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is exclusive to Xbox,
December 17th.
and they don't. So they don't. They're not saying that Battlegrounds is Xbox One X enhanced, but they are saying that it's exclusive to them. It's going to be part of game preview. And I heard that Battlegrounds was exiting early access when it comes out on the Xbox One X.
Yeah, it's gonna be released. It's gonna like December 17th is the release date for that game.
The only thing that worries me with that, because now it won't be in that beta, quote unquote beta. Now they can release DLC and charge for it. When it's in that beta, they can't charge you for DLC because it's not even a full release game yet.
Yeah.
Also, all the problems with that game and how janky it is, that's going to be way harder to fix.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe if they got
Especially
a
on
big
a
fix
console.
coming.
I would still spend $30 for that game if it was an early.
Yeah,
release.
it's
Yeah.
$30, but
You know, it's
But,
a
like,
very well game, very well built game.
But I
no,
think-
I'm super. Is it gonna have cross-platform play? Do you know that?
that's I think Microsoft is riding on this to drive the Xbox One X. Is like, forget about our fucking AAA exclusives. Like, we got Battlegrounds. Like, all you people that don't have running PCs, like, buy an Xbox, buy Battlegrounds.
It's a cash cow, man.
Because PS4 don't have
the
it.
funny
You
thing
don't want to
is-
spend $1,000 on a PC. Spend $500 on a home PC that you can put on your TV and you can still play Battlegrounds with
Yeah.
your friends.
But guess what you can do
It's
with
a
any
great
other
selling
like
point.
actual PC? Put it on your TV. But if you don't currently have a PC, some users don't realize that it has the same. Like you could go out and get a PC and you'd
Yeah,
be
but
like
you're
having
not-
an Xbox.
Yeah,
One
but
X.
you're an exception. You play on a laptop. It's easy for you to take your laptop in your living room and plug it into your TV.
But it's not hard to move a desktop.
You don't want your desktop right next to your TV. They tend to have it in separate rooms.
Oh,
or
no, I get
across
that.
the room.
No,
But
I
like,
get what you're saying.
or these guys who spend piece of dust just looked like it came out of my mouth. But
It's been a while since you talked on a podcast.
These guys spend thousands of dollars on their their PCs. So that's like the last thing they want to do is to just hook it up to a TV when they spent $600 on a monitor.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. But that's the thing. I'm saying as a user who may not have a PC just yet, but they're looking, like, okay, how do I make my next step in gaming? I don't think a lot of users realize, like, hey, you can go out and get or build your own PC, and if you want to hook it up to the TV, go to the TV. Most TVs have HDMI ports now. Most computers have HDMI ports now.
All TVs have HDMI at this point.
Yeah, but PCs are pushing past 4K now, so.
Yeah, but I mean, I still look. If you're like me, fuck 4K. All right, my eye can't see 4K. Why do I want to buy 4K?
You say that.
Oh no, you gonna
You say that.
I do say that.
You play a game that's 1080p. You can tell the difference when we play Gears between Horde and multiplayer.
Yeah, you can tell the difference.
You can tell where all the money went.
Yeah. So it's like it's the kind of thing where you bring in resolution. Maybe resolution really isn't quite the thing we need to do. Maybe it's FPS that we need to do.
I mean, the human eye can only see so much.
Like, if they released a game that was 1080p and at 120 frames a second, that game would look amazing.
I don't think the human eye can see past.
The human eye can't see past 70 frames.
Oh, I didn't think it was 60 frames. I thought it was less than that. I thought it was the human eye could see 48, 50 something.
No, well, you can tell when a game is 60 versus 30, but
yes, absolutely.
I don't know about specific frames, but unless you have.
All I know is
Google
that
Glass.
film, cinema, is filmed 24 frames a second.
Yes. No, I just realized the human body is what's slowing down gaming. We should upgrade ourselves. We should become the game.
You mean get
What are you talking about, Gamer with Gerard Butler? You ever see that movie?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I saw
Cybernetic
We
eyes.
get implants in our hands to
Cybernetic eyes, so we can look at the games faster and go chameleon on it. One eye's looking left, one eye's looking straight,
and just one little. They replace your eardrum with a little piece so you can still talk to your friends.
go chameleon on it.
So it's yo, you gonna play? Yeah, we're gonna play.
Yeah, I'm at the office and yeah, you gonna play? Nice. Oh, what's going on? Hey, how's it going? Boss.
But no, I am.
Boss.
Man, yeah, I'm on the fence. I might go pick up a PlayStation 4 when I get the money.
Okay. All right.
Before I buy the Xbox One X, because I want, if I do decide that I'm gonna get the Xbox One X, I want it to be the next iteration of it, because I want all the bugs worked out of it.
All right.
Yeah,
that's a good
more polished product.
That's a good final thought on that topic.
The first push ones are always the ones with the most bugs.
All right.
Also, Call of Duty on the base Xbox One still looks fantastic. Destiny 2 looks fantastic.
Yes.
It's not unless you have a 4K TV, it's probably not.
We didn't need a resolution upgrade, but we got one.
Yeah.
All right, Zach, what do you got there? I know your signal. Zach, we use hand signals now when we got topics coming on.
Yeah, sometimes I touch my ball cap and then rub my nose, and then I bring my fingers across my chin, and then that means Zach is like
a baseball signal.
Yeah.
So you
He's
just
wearing a
basically gave me the baseball signal that you're Justin Verlander and you're gonna get married to Kate Upton.
Dude,
I'm not marrying Kate Upton.
Not bring
Yeah,
that up.
you don't think she's cute. You're a moron.
Oh, okay.
All right, so
Go, Zach.
we were talking about different consoles, and on another question on our last podcast, since someone says here, I'm gonna butcher your name. I'm sorry.
Do it. Just butcher it.
Ship it.
Pepino Rodaron.
Nailed it.
Wait,
I know.
Can I read
All right,
that?
you give it a shot, Brad.
I want to give
It's the last one.
the last. All right. Popino Rodarion.
Thanks for listening.
Yep. Thanks for listening, and sorry for butchering your name.
Fuck you guys. You guys have a name right.
Spread us around.
Yeah.
Show us to all your buddies.
Spread us like AIDS.
All right.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, please.
All right. So his question is.
I mean, it did spread pretty fast.
Bubonic plague.
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead, read it.
Now that handheld gaming is pretty much dead and gone, which were your favorite handheld games or platforms?
Ooh, I like that question.
Handheld games or platforms?
Yeah.
So, I had a Sega Game Gear, which was a power suck. It took 6D batteries and a fucking AC
That's
adapter
awesome.
just to charge it for 3 hours. But Mortal
And you loved
Kombat Trilogy was a cool game on that. But I also had a Game Boy Advance and a Game Boy Advance SP, which I basically just used for Pokemon.
Pretty much.
It's tough for me to pick my favorite. I put a lot of time into my Game Boy Advance. A lot of car rides with that thing.
the brick with no with
Or
no
the flip
The purple.
Flip one?
No, they were
Was
the
it
brick.
the clear?
The brick.
It was like the clear purple.
No, the hard purple.
It was like a hard
the
purple,
matte purple.
but it was like
Okay.
it was like this, and the screen was in the middle.
Yeah, Jake, the audience can see your hands.
I'm saying this to you, asshole.
Not the flip.
Yes, not the flip screen. The
Okay.
original
Oh my
Game Boy
gosh.
Advance.
He's like, the audience can't see your hands.
So how did you play that at night under your covers? Did you have a warm
I
light?
got so first I started off. I had the little like worm light that would like.
Oh, that clicked into the top.
Yep, and then it would spiral up
and
and
he
Oh,
like
yeah.
killed the batteries in it.
Oh my gosh,
like,
so
fast.
I had from my Game Boy Color the worm light and like the magnifying glass,
Oh
which had a
my
light on
God.
it. So that would clip on
goodness,
top
the
of it.
Magnifying glass sucked. I
It did.
hated it. No, so I had that, and then I got the one, like the green goop that you put like it was like a cartridge you clip on top, and that was like it was like a green like slime monster, and his eyeball would put a light on the screen because the little worm light broke. But no, that was my car rides, like 25-hour car rides to Florida. Was Game Boy Advance. That
So
being said,
fly.
the DS was way better. I just didn't put
DS
much
was
time
cool.
into it.
Yes, it's cool.
played
But
it,
I'd
yeah.
probably have to say the SP because, like,
Ooh.
again, for Pokemon and stuff like that. But I had
Yeah.
a bunch of different other games for that. And the thing with that is that, like, senior year of high school, like, Pokemon made a comeback in our
Yeah.
school
Mhm.
to the point that for the senior year of high school, I ran track. So during all the track meets when everyone's
Not a
sitting
big
around,
deal.
it
Keep
really
going.
wasn't. Well, everyone was waiting around for their for their event to start. We'd sit around playing Pokemon under the tent,
Hell yeah.
and like we'd be trading different Pokemon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You had the cable that hooked into one
Yep,
SP to the
I-
other SP.
I had the cable,
Fucking
so
sick. I remember I had a Game Boy, an original Game Boy, and I played a game called Paperboy,
Oh,
and it was great.
yeah, that's a great game.
I had a Game Boy Color, and my go-to game on that was Pokemon Yellow.
Yes,
Alright.
yes. I had the
I
same
only
thing.
like Pokemon Yellow because Pikachu followed you around. That's the
Yeah.
only reason I like Pokemon Yellow. Other than that,
He was a
Red and
was
Blue
that
were
your first
superior
Pokemon?
games.
Was that your first
that
Pokemon?
was my first Pokemon.
What was your first Pokemon, Corey?
Crystal on Game Boy Color.
Zach?
gold on color.
Okay.
Crystal was the one with
I had-
Suicune on
I
it,
had
right?
yellow. Yellow was my first one, and then I got gold. Went for the advance, though. I think I got it for the advance, not the.
Yeah.
Did it come out for the advance?
No, I probably got it for the color. What am I talking
No,
about?
it's because I think it was
It was
gold,
the
and
bigger
then
cartridge, but it still worked in the advance.
yeah, it still worked in the advance. Like with
can't
Nintendo, like the handheld would work a generation back.
Yeah.
So like color games would work with the advance games would work with the DS.
You know what? I lost my Game Boy Color as a child, and I know where I lost it to. I had a flight coming back from Florida on American Airlines. I left it right in the pouch.
Boy, some fucking.
I lost mine, but I have
was
no
like,
idea where it went.
Guess what I found for you?
Yeah, she gave it
And
to
gave
her,
it to his
gave it to
little-
her trash kid son.
Trash.
And I
Crisps.
did have an SP,
All right.
and my go-to game on SP was Leaf Green,
Yep,
Yeah.
that's when I had.
and what other ones I had? I did have Silver. I had Silver, didn't play a whole lot of it, and then I had Ruby, and Ruby was fucking
Ruby's
kick-ass.
cool.
I had because I got the 2DS a couple years ago when it was on sale on Black Friday.
Yeah.
I got Omega Ruby, and I a couple years ago over at Hudson Valley, when me and my friend had Sapphire, like Alpha Sapphire, so we kept trading back and forth all our Pokemon. I caught every single Pokemon that you could possibly catch in that game.
I think you told this story.
I don't think I told it on the podcast.
No.
Mm.
I think I just told it to you guys.
I've
Oh
never
my-
heard. I've never heard
But
of
I-
it before. But
all
holy
the-
shit!
I got
Wait for it. Wait for the punchline of the story because it's it's so good.
Go ahead. Zach.
so. You think after you collect all the Pokemon, you get something special?
Mind you, this probably took him hundreds of hours.
Oh yeah,
What game was this in?
Omega Ruby.
Omega Ruby.
Next podcast, I'll come over and I'll double check and I'll figure out how much hours I've got
Okay.
poured into that
Okay, that's
and how many Pokemon I've had.
all right, what's
I
the
caught
punchline?
all the legendaries, every generation that possibly you could give me. I traded Wonder traded, like you can put them online and just randomly get. I spent hours doing that. Guess what I get?
What?
Good job. I get
good job.
I get a fucking good job.
For
That's
who?
it.
Who says it?
Ultimate Troll.
Professor Oak?
Yeah, I don't think
He
it was
goes,
though.
"Hey, good job, you caught them all. Wow."
Yeah, I'm like,
Wow, you're
That's
kind
it?
of a nerd.
Like I got
It's
something.
okay, though.
I got something like 20 Pokemon before, but like nothing at the last one. I'm like,
Well, at
That's
that
it.
point, like, what do? I mean, like, you got them all. Like, you
Well,
did
it's
it.
some-
no, here's what you do.
what
you
I-
go out and you buy a T-shirt and a hat that say Pokemon Master, and you wear them around, and you wear it everywhere because you are a Pokemon master because you have officially caught them all.
What I got was some item that made shinies a little more easier to find. Like,
Wow.
not enough to actually find them. I still haven't seen one in that game. I didn't even know they were possible in that game. I've never seen one.
Pokemon's cool.
But I never owned a DS.
So one of my favorite memories of the GS was a game that me and you played called Dragon Quest Heroes.
Oh,
Yes.
my
Yes.
God.
I still have that.
That was a fun ass game to play locally.
Oh yeah, because you with that game is like you go around completing these missions, but you also have to. There's a bunch of different enemies lying around, and because what you play is the slimes in the Dragon Quest world,
Yeah.
and you
It's basically like tower defense, but you
Kind of,
like,
yeah.
You have two big tanks, and you choose. You have to counteract each other's ammo that you put into your
Yeah.
cannon.
and the way you collect different types of ammo, and like you have a team, you have you and a team of 3
Yeah.
other characters, and how you get those characters is you have to go out in the world, gather them, like you can carry like 3 people on you at a time, gather a certain amount of them, put them on a cart, and have the cart just go out into the distance, and you'd collect them.
Yeah.
Like that and ammo, and that's how you'd fuel your ship. And like you get these, there's probably at least like 20 tanks you can choose from.
Yeah, totally.
It was so much fun to play.
It was a fun game.
God, we're nerds. We're big nerds.
That's okay.
This
All
was
right.
a
Well,
nerdy
that's the
podcast.
point.
Yes, that is the point. I didn't say it was a bad thing. I was just saying, like, wow.
All right, Brad, where are we?
All right, final thoughts. Zach, go.
Loving Call of Duty right now. Can't wait to try Wolfenstein.
All right, Corey, final thought.
I think that Microsoft is fucking up, and PS4 or Sony knows that, and
They're going to take advantage.
they're wiping the floor with them.
Okay. All right, Jake, final thought.
I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Oh, that's unfortunate. My final thought, I just realized the only Pokemon game I've ever beaten was Pokemon Stadium. That's only because I beat all the gyms. Never beat any of the handhelds.
Pokemon Stadium's good though.
It is. All right, that's it. Finally, episode 21. If y'all, we love questions. We love it when y'all comment. Please comment on the videos. Comment.
Well,
Um,
when y'all
If you want to ask us stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll try to get these guys to
we'll
answer.
answer them. We'll answer them on the podcast.
Ask
we'll
us-
answer them.
ask us
in the
any
comments.
question you want. Doesn't
Yeah.
have to be video game related.
Does not have to be video game related. Ask me what's my
you want to
favorite
know
food.
Brett? You want to know Brad's social security number? Ask away.
Yeah. Everyone get a pen and fuck off. Write that. That's my social security number.
Nice.
No, ask us questions. Don't forget to like, subscribe.
We'll try to get more involved.
Yes, we are back. Pixel Force is
We're
back.
We're back, and
And we're coming with original content.
we're being aggressive.
Yeah,
This is
so-
an aggressive. You're gonna see an aggressive Pixel 4.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see more of our faces
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Not too happy about it, but you'll see it.
We're gonna do some housekeeping.
Yeah, we got some
Yeah, we're
original
gonna
content
clean,
coming out
HR
too.
department's gonna come and wipe shop again.
Yeah, we got
And
some
we're gonna get
ideas.
some legitimately talented people to come in and blow your guys' socks off.
That's
So does
what-
that mean I'm out of
that's
a job?
thing. Socks
This
are
means we're
coming
all
off.
out of a job, Zach. I just fired all of us.
Oh,
All right,
my
socks
God.
are coming off.
Oh, Jake's walking out. All right, that's it. It's been Pixel Forest. See ya. Goodbye. Hey, everybody. Wasn't that a great episode from our Pixel Forest crew with Zach, Corey, Jake, and your favorite, Brad? That's right. Please remember to hit that like button if you like it. If like. Subscribe, definitely if you're on YouTube, or check us out on castbox.fm. We're also still on SoundCloud, but hey, if you don't get on there, we're gonna fuck off. All right, okay, bye.
Brad's not favorites.